If you're born on the 13th, 14th, 16th, or 19th of any month, or if you have a life path 13, 14, 16, or 19, you have karmic debt. These karmic numbers are not punishments, they are evolutionary checkpoints. They reflect soul lessons that were left unfinished from past incarnations. And right now, you're going to be experiencing reoccurring karmic themes over and over and over and over again for your entire life, no matter where you go or who you meet, until you master this lesson. If you do not master the lesson, your life will be on hold and you won't be able to progress or make any sort of progression until you learn the lesson. Once you do learn the lesson, you awaken to a spiritual ability that will make your life 10 times easier. Karmic numbers are extremely powerful, and this is why they're locked. Once you learn the lesson, your life becomes... But if you don't learn the lesson, your life is going to be horrible. The number 13 is the karmic debt of laziness and the misuse of discipline. The core issue around this number is the misuse of hard work, responsibility, or practicality in a past life, and these people could have potentially avoided very serious duties. They could have took shortcuts that led to maybe somebody dying or something very unfortunate occurring, or they could have misused, abused, or manipulated a system for their own personal gain. Who knows what you did? But it's going to be related to these type of themes. Your lesson this lifetime is that now you have to learn hard work, structure, focus, and commitment, and your entire life is going to feel like a grind. Keep embedding in your mind that nothing will come easy. As soon as you learn to give everything your all, then you'll get into the rhythm of just working your ass off for everything. And the things that you're going to be able to achieve will be astronomical. Kai Cenat, life path number 13. Ronnie Coleman, born on the 13th. Mr. Olympia. And then you have, he was Mr. Olympia. He was the best bodybuilder in the world. Kai Cenat, the best streamer in the world. All this was achieved by hard work. Kevin Samuels, also born on the 13th. Listen to his life story. He had to work his ass off. Listen to famous 13s tell you what they had to do to achieve what they had in life. It was not easy. And if you're a 13, you're going to go through that same shit. The karmic challenge pattern associated with the number 13 is procrastination, resistance to routine, and then scattered effort. To break free from this karmic pattern, you're going to have to learn to embrace routine and develop consistent habits that you can do every single day. 13s also need to learn to master time and energy management. And then another thing I'll say is that this number has a very unstable energy. And it sounds crazy because a 13 is a 4, and 4 is the stabilizer. 4 is the most stable number in all numerology. But even though 13 is a 4, because 13 is a karmic number, they have to earn their stability. And so the way that you're going to have to earn it is by, you could work with your hands or include your hands into what you're doing to help stabilize your energy. But as a 13, you have to be constantly working towards a project. You should never just have free time. And if you do have free time, you have to have it planned. You can't just have free time to where you just finish something early and now you don't know what to do. Plan out your entire day and then follow that plan. The number 14 is the karmic debt of freedom and overindulgence. These people most likely abused freedom in a past life, as the number 14 is associated with reckless behavior, addictions, excessive sensuality, or manipulation through charm or deception. 5 energy is already reckless. These people chase excitement or anything that stimulates their senses or their mind, and they're extremely curious, which makes them get into a lot of stupid stuff when they're younger. But 14s take this to an extreme. Look at Conor McGregor. He was born on the 14th. What did he just blow up for doing just now? Sending that photo to Azealia Banks. And was this the first time that Conor McGregor has blown up for doing something this stupid or this bizarre? No, it's not. This is probably the 8th time that he's blown up for doing something that is this out there. This is the energy of the 14. When 14s do not have something to do or something productive to focus all this reckless energy on, they can turn into a Conor McGregor. He's a perfect example of number 14. Just someone that just has no self-control because he has nothing to do. He's already accomplished everything he's accomplished in life. And so now he has all this freedom. He's going right back to what he did in a previous lifetime, which is abuse it. 14s, watch out for that. Y'all do not need to have free time. The life lesson for the number 14 is to learn self-control, responsible freedom, and moderation. Like I just said, you guys do not need to have free time. Always be doing something, consciously. Because as soon as you get free time, the places that your mind can go, I'm just leave it at that. And the number 14 is not just a crash out number. These people can be very successful when they channel this energy on something productive. Look at Stephen Curry, born on the 14th. Look at Albert Einstein, born on the 14th. Look at Donald Trump, born on the 14th. Myron Golden, born on the 14th. These are all 14s that have channeled this energy constructively. Even Conor McGregor, he's successful too. He's just now dipping back into that chaotic, uncontrollable energy. 14s also need to learn to respect boundaries as well. They need to respect their own boundaries and other people's boundaries as well. I forgot to mention that. The karmic challenge pattern associated with the number 14 is restlessness, difficulty committing, addiction tendencies, and impulsive decision making. Watch out for that. In order to master the number 14, you need to learn to channel your craving for variety into positive outlets. This could be like communication, this could be traveling, this could be entrepreneurship. Also, you guys need to develop emotional and mental discipline and learn to delay gratification. The number 16 is the karmic debt of ego and false identity. The core issue around the number 16 is that they have past lives involved with the misuse of power or vanity and then manipulating others spiritually and emotionally. This number often points to past life pride, betrayal, or the misuse of spiritual knowledge or some form of wisdom. The life lesson is that you must dismantle ego-based attachments and rebuild on truth. There's often a major life collapse or fall from grace moment that acts as a catalyst for spiritual growth. A good example of this is Tupac, a famous 16 who used his experiences with poverty and facing social injustices to inspire his music career and then used that to fight those same injustices that he went through as a child. Another famous example of this is TK the rapper, who used his upbringing as motivation to fuel his music career, and then he fell from grace when he murdered somebody, and now he's not going to recover because he's going to be in prison for the rest of his life. The karmic challenge patterns associated with the number 16 are sudden losses, isolation, identity crisis, or emotional upheavals. To master the lesson of the number 16, you have to go through inner transformation through humility and self-honesty. Also seek solitude, meditation, and introspection. The number 16 is a very highly spiritual number, and so the more you surrender to truth, the easier this karmic path is going to become. The number 19 is the karmic debt of power and selfishness, and this is actually my life path number. The core issue around this number is the past life misuse of authority. You may have dominated others, denied help, or misused power for personal gain. Now you must stand alone and use power wisely. Two famous examples of this is Malcolm X and Suge Knight. Both these people are famous 19s. Both of them abused power. Suge Knight didn't learn his lesson. Now he's in prison for the rest of his life. And Malcolm X was locked up, but he learned his lesson and turned his whole entire life around and became a political figure. The life lesson of the 19 is learn leadership through service and not control. From a 19 to a 19, it is normal to feel all alone or unsupported. You only feel this way because your soul wants you to become self-reliant and internally empowered. The karmic challenge pattern associated with the number 19 is isolation, burdensome responsibilities, and difficulty asking for help. To master the lesson of 19, you have to develop inner strength while staying open to connection. As a 19, you need to learn that real power uplifts others, and you also need to balance your independence with humility and compassion. To learn more about numerology, click the link in my profile bio and read my books, Supreme Mathematics, or if you like reading, just book a session, and you can also find that in the link in my profile bio. Now have a great rest of your day.